Good morning. I'm coming to you literally as I am right now. I need to put makeup on. So I was also thinking today about how when God calls us to do something, it is not always going to be pleasant necessarily. And when I signed up to say yes to the Lord, I told him I would do whatever he asked me to. And today, realizing that that looks different in each season, right? Because my yes to God will not change until he calls me home. And why is my hair messed up? Probably. Like, my yes to God is my yes to God, and that doesn't change, and it will forever be my yes to him, no matter what season of life I find myself in. When it was single, when it was dating, engaged, now married, every season has looked different, and every yes to him has looked different. But I know that as I give him my yes, that it produces something beyond what I can see. And so me coming onto YouTube, I find myself wanting to compare very easily to the people that came before me. And then I'm thinking, but they're all normal people who have done it before me. So then why can't I do it as well? And I'm sitting here thinking like, dude, what the heck? Because God's called to me right now. I believe that there's destinies and there's callings and there's like the will of God. And I believe the will of God is to know the Lord. It says in the scriptures that the will of the Father is that we would know Jesus. And that when we take a step, if it's going to produce fruit in me to know the Lord, then I believe that's his will. And I think one of his callings right now, we're called unto him. But I think what he has called me to do in a season right now, as I have transitioned from just getting married to transitioning to normal life, and that's building a platform for a community to understand that they're not alone. And I know that putting myself on these platforms is actually really intense. And it comes with a lot of, again, putting yourself out there, and you're kind of at the hands of people. And it's really interesting to know that there's a lot of people trying to do this, trying to build social media. And I fully believe that I will succeed because I have the hand of God upon my life, and he's directed me to do this. And so as I'm being obedient, putting myself out there, I guess I just wanted to encourage you that each season that you do step out in faith and you do, listen to what he's asked you to do. It probably won't be comfortable most of the time. Honestly, every time I've stepped out in faith, it's never been super fun and like, yay, and full of butterflies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it's been. It's always been, I don't want to do that. I don't like the feeling of that. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, this is what God's telling me to do. I'm going to be obedient. There was never like a gushy feeling. It was always like the peace knowing that God was with me, because what I was choosing to do was actually going to bring him honor and the people around me honor. And so, I guess today's thought is that step in faith, do what he's called you to do, don't look back, and honestly, do it really uncomfortable anyway, because if he's directed you to do something, it's probably not going to feel good. There's very few things that feel good when it comes to walking with the Lord, and his will isn't always like the most cute thing ever. So, yeah. I think as I step in faith and put myself out there and put my voice on the internet, it's just me being obedient. And also it's something that I love. I've loved doing this and the thought of doing this since I was probably, when did like 12, 10, whenever the BlackBerry came out, and then Facebook became a thing, and it was like kind of cool at the time. And then now knowing that TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat and like all these things, I mean, I've grown up in the revolution and evolution of the internet. So I feel like I have some form of like grounds to come on here. I don't know if you can see the clothes in the back. We're not gonna talk about that because I'm washing clothes right now. But yeah, it's very interesting to see how social media has evolved in the last decade or over, even probably the last like 15 years or so. It's just been so interesting to see how people come, people go, but people can make a lasting impression upon you. And especially when God calls you to do something, like that's also really crazy. So yeah, thanks for watching this video and listening to some of my thoughts about life and the internet and how challenging it can be to actually do something that is, again, oversaturated. So I don't know, follow the journey if you want, but I look forward to seeing where this goes. And yeah, I'll talk with you guys probably tomorrow. See you later.